everybody. So I'm really excited. You guys, I know you've been waiting on pins and needles. If you're in our members group, you know who has come back to the farm. But if you haven't, here's who's come back to the farm.
Hey!
So what we've decided to do is an intro for those people who are new to the channel and do not know Miss Kira. And then kind of a Q&A of some questions that
My bad.
I forgot that some questions that I've asked a couple of my groups. We're going to answer those. I got bit by a mosquito and it is like a giant welt. That's new. I don't normally have those for mosquitoes. So we have been clearing. Hold on, I don't know what I'm on right now. Get on my members group. Okay. We have been clearing and cleaning up the garden area, prepping for that. I do know a question that I have been getting, and I'm going to go ahead and answer it before we get into chatting with you about stuff, is I keep getting the question of, am I going to go back to working on the barn? And we are. I have a lot of milling that needs to be done for that, and with lupus, I deal with a lot of fatigue and a lot of joint aching and just body pains in general. So I'm really, really hoping to finish the shop this season. And this season is like 4 or 5 months long, and that's pretty much it. We have a very short building season here, unless you're one of those people that can work through winter. I'm not. Not outside. So we are going to be working on that. We're going to be milling, and then we're going to rent equipment, and we're going to kind of do like just a marathon of putting it together with equipment that we've rented. So I think that pretty much answers that.
Yeah. Cold season's crafting season.
Right? Okay, so I went through and asked.
We found a bruise right there.
Find my. Ooh, where'd you get that?
I don't know. It's the land of mysteries. I'm back.
We are very chatty on this group, so
Probably should have screenshot them.
go back and find it. Okay, there's that. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, this is Kira, and she is my niece. And
I was the specially picked one.
well, yeah, because we're not blood related. We're not, yeah. So I was friends with her mom and dad, and we served together in the military, and then I dated her uncle for a while. So, and she just likes hanging out with me.
I do. Her food won me over.
Okay, so questions that have been asked. For those so you came with your cat. You got a new cat.
Yes, I did.
And where did you get this cat, and what is his name, and all those things. I will take a picture of the cat and I will pop it up right here. Okay, now tell me what. Tell.
So I got Kai at a rescue shelter down in Kentucky. Don't ask what part. I'm not good with directions. When my dad said for Christmas, after he got back from one of his tournaments, he was going to actually let me have a kitten, which surprised me because my dad is allergic to cats.
Very allergic.
So I figured he was just joking, and I didn't really put much thought into it. But when we went to the animal shelter, I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. So we went in. There was this really cute black and white one that I wanted, but it was already claimed. And the other cat that was with this black and white one was Kai. Kai was named Mighty at the shelter, but I looked up a better name for him for Warrior because when I got him, he was pretty beat up and really skinny.
Yeah.
So
he is a skinny kitten.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just like long and lanky.
He really is.
Yeah.
He's not like Bobby.
No, he's long and lanky.
Yeah. So, and
he has markings like a Bengal, but he's not colored like a Bengal.
No, he's marked like a gray tabby.
Yeah.
And whatnot. What was the other part of that?
So it was how he got his name, but you did that one.
Yeah, I decided to give him a name that meant warrior. So Kai turned into his name.
That's super cool. Okay, so the other question is, what do you think of, this specifically says the kitchen, but there's been a lot of changes inside the tiny house since you've been gone. So what did you think when you walked in other than it was messy?
I thought, oh good, nothing much has changed. 'Cause I don't like change very much.
Well, no, it's totally changed.
Not for messy.
Yeah.
But the kitchen
It's hard working in construction zone. It's so hard.
It's super nice. I love the kitchen. I haven't been up in her room, so I don't know if she's done any modeling up there.
Nothing's up there. I've been working solely in the kitchen all winter long.
Okay, so that's good. That didn't change.
Yeah.
But super nice. I like all of the adjustments she's made. Don't like bugs.
It's neat that it's like an actual kitchen. Like there's a countertop and you can put things on there, and like we're working on this week. So Kira came in, we're getting settled. We've been working on the garden because the weather's been really good, and we have a very short window to get the garden in. So we haven't done a lot of work inside this week. And so on the Farm to Table channel is where I'll be posting gardening stuff and that kind of stuff. So if you want to see all that, go over there. But
the food she makes is good.
So so the kitchen hasn't really had much work on, but we're working this week on under the sink and getting the drainage in and all of that put in, and hopefully all the stuff. I have a filter system for under the sink and all of that. So that's what we're going to be working on. We've got quite a few rain days coming, and so we definitely work inside during the rain days. So
or we nap, one of the two.
Or one of the two. So here's a good one. What did you miss the most?
Her cooking. I will admit, I have been super relaxed and lazy at my dad's. I've gotten into resining, and my dad's he was a police officer, and then he got a new job as a security guard in a gold vault for the Kentucky Gold Vault.
At Fort Knox.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So we don't do much cooking, and when we do, it's pretty much spaghetti with white sauce.
So with your autism and with your ADHD and your food allergies and all of those things,
everything went downhill so fast.
And it's so, I've been diagnosed with lupus, and so I'm really working on healing my gut and, eating things that I'm growing, that I know what's in them. And, there's just so much going on that even if you do try to do well, you're still getting chemicals and sprays and stuff that they're putting on vegetables and such. So
she ruined energy drinks for me.
So that's hence the really getting the garden going so that we can eat what is being grown and we know exactly what's in it, and kind of flushing the systems and getting all of us to heal and that kind of stuff. And so hopefully teaching you some things that you can cook when you go back, because I guess that's another question, is how long are you going to be here?
I will be here until September. I want to go back in October for deer hunting season because I like going hunting with my dad. It's really fun.
Yeah, you've been going all the time, like every year for a while. When was the first time you went back and went hunting with your dad?
First time I went hunting with my dad was turkey hunting season, and that was when I was in the 5th grade. I had just turned 9. And I was super excited because I've never been hunting before.
Yeah.
So after I went with my dad, it was super fun, and I really got into it. I got into wanting to know what it meant to take care of weapons and all that knowledge kind of went out the door by now. But it really got me into, I liked the process of how I get to see where my food came from.
Yeah.
So, like, if everybody has already known, my mom's a terrible cook. So
I'll edit that out.
No, she won't.
In the bloopers.
My mom's a really bad cook, so when my dad brought me home, when we brought home a fresh turkey and years later a deer, it tasted so much better.
And shark.
Yes, my dad brought me
Came
shark.
home with shark once, and I was like, "What?" Made the best fish sticks I've ever made.
Oh my
in
God,
my
they're
life.
so good.
They were so good.
Yeah, we learned that shark makes better fish sticks than
I
fish.
mean, it was like amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I nagged at my dad for that one because he went and took my brother fishing, and my brother hates fishing.
So yeah, your dad's a big hunter, fisher, like
Yeah,
all that
my
kind of
dad
stuff,
loves the outdoors.
Yeah,
He likes
just
being
all the things. Out
yes.
there.
He doesn't get really much into turkey hunting anymore.
So yeah, no, he doesn't. We have tons of turkey here. He can come hunt this turkey.
So I can't lure him here with turkeys. I had to find a good deer. I was like, hey, look, we got some good deer. Look, there's even a moose.
There's moose here.
Okay,
But I think you have to do a draw. I think they have a draw for here for moose. But okay, so one of the other questions is, what are you most excited about being back? I know when she said, I love it that I have someone to talk to all the time,
Yes.
and I don't even have to participate in the conversation.
That is so
Talk to
nice.
me.
Yes, my dad is super quiet. It's like, and when he does want to have a conversation, it's normally about stuff I don't understand. It's like, oh, this lure goes for this fish, and it works really best with that one too. And I was like, I don't go fishing. He kayak fishes.
Yeah.
He's a sportsman fisher.
And he's just like a real quiet, like down to earth, easy-going kind of guy. So
Yeah, I sit on a dock and fish.
Yeah.
That's about as far as I go.
So the fact that I'm super chatty, she's real excited about that.
It's nice because I don't even have to have the second part of half of the conversation. It's occasional, interesting. Okay, right?
So my grandsons were here yesterday, and we were burning. And my Liam is playing this one video game, and he loves Clash of Clans, and he loves it. And he nonstop chatterboxes about this game, and I was rolling because I'm like, I have no idea what he's saying. He just keeps talking.
And it was super funny when she goes, go see what your brother's doing. I don't know where he is. He's so
Yeah,
funny.
he's walking away and he's having a full-on conversation about this game, and I was rolling. It was so funny. But so there's that.
I can't say much because I do the same thing with Pokemon hunting.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to play Pokemon Go with me, send me your code.
So there's that, and obviously the food.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love her food.
I have ruined like sports drinks for her and sodas.
She's so mean.
Sodas.
I haven't been really doing.
I tell her the story of, I said, so, because there's this, what's your Rome? Like, they have this thing of, what do you think about ancient Rome? And then there's supposed to be a conversation, because men apparently think about ancient Rome, I guess, all the time. And I saw this short where this one girl goes, mine is the fact that a man sued Pepsi because he found a mouse in his can of Pepsi, unopened can of Pepsi. And instead of them saying there's no way a mouse got in the can of Pepsi, they proved that there was no way by the time he got it, it got on the shelves, that it wouldn't have been disintegrated that the mouse wouldn't have been just thoroughly disintegrated by the Pepsi, the product itself, so you would never know that there was a mouse in the can.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
So I sent it to her, and I was like, this grosses me out so much. So if we were ever really being like, I want a Pepsi or a soda.
No, she sends it to me as I'm like chilling on my bed. I was like, do. And she sends it to me, and I push. I was like, and I text her back, and I was like, you're so mean.
So yeah, there's that.
And then she tells me about the energy drinks. I was like, why?
Yeah, the energy drinks have like
sewer water in it.
Sewage in it, basically. And so I sent her that too. Like, but I would send you those even when you were in Kentucky. I'd be like, here, Kara.
She's so mean.
Listen, I just think we should be educated. Let the companies do what they want, but we should get to know what is going on, and then we can vote with our dollar. And we can make educated decisions on what's going on in our body.
I agree to that, but let me die with some ignorance.
No, I don't want any ignorance. I don't want to drink sewer water, and I don't want to drink mice. Like,
you're not wrong there.
I'm totally out there. So Let's see what else.
She did tell me she was making sodas.
Yeah, I've been learning how to make natural ginger ale and then making sodas with the ginger ale. So there's no mice in mine. It's all good. There's no mice in there. So you're staying until September. What else can we think of? Oh, I asked. Let me see if Bob came up with any questions.
Okay. Oh, so
how was your winter?
Mine or hers?
Yours.
Oh.
How was your winter?
Nice. I didn't know this.
And how different was it being at your dad's versus being here?
Don't take this wrong.
I won't take it wrong. I work hard. It's exhausting.
No, it's not. I love being here. It's gonna help me get rid of some of my pudge I kind of got back in Kentucky, but it's nice not to have to be here during winter. It's so cold.
I don't blame
I hate
you.
it.
You can't laugh and talk because nobody can understand you. Yeah,
I hate it here in Kentucky.
The winter, she's not a fan of the winter.
No.
So, yeah.
I was like, okay, let's go outside and work. I pulled my head out of the covers like, no, it's cold.
Yeah. Which is basically what I did all winter long. I was like, I don't want to go outside at all.
See, my ninniness rubbed off.
We've been like really nice in the, well, I mean, that one, we had a couple of winters that were not bad. I mean, it was like 36 degrees. It wasn't terrible. We had a little fire going. You could stand by the fire. It was fine.
No, it was bad.
But then the last winter was not terrible either, except for I got injured and then I was here all by myself. And so I didn't want to work. I didn't want to worry about getting injured again. So that's why I just worked inside. But
yeah.
The plan is, and I know I've mentioned this in a couple of videos, but I do keep getting the question, is that we are going to be finishing up the tiny house, and behind the scenes, we're going to be working on the garden. I have to put in a new little goat shed and the shop. And so those are definite things that we're going to be working on, but we'll be showing you videos of that later. We're really going to stick to videos on the tiny house build and getting that done because I'd really like to get that done. Even though once I do get it done, I don't know what I'm going to show you guys in the wintertime. So there's that.
Ooh. If we can get the barn done up this year, then we can start with crafting.
Well, we could, but you won't be here. I'll be here all by myself. So there's that.
We can go try to find a kidnap somebody. And I say that lovingly. I don't say that meanly.
So, yeah. What else? What else do we got? What else could you think of? Oh, I do know another question that I've been asked quite a bit is, am I going to get more animals for the livestock, for the homestead this year? That's a question that I've gotten. And actually we are, because there is a legit reason. I need to know what's in my food, because things that are injected into the animals and then sprayed on and chemicals and all of that affects lupus. And so I probably had about a 4-week period where I had so much fatigue and so much just all over body pain that I couldn't do much at all. So my health is really being put in the forefront this year and this season, and well, this year really. I have to get building done because I need to get this homestead set up and done. But I really need to focus on my health. So I do have some sheep coming in, some baby sheep that will, 2 of them are staying here. So I will end up having 3 ewes and 1 ram for my flock. And I will be herding with them, that they will be meat production, and I will also be milked. And the milk from sheep is very high in magnesium and zinc, and so I need that in my system. So there's that. We have the goats, which I just brought in a new female goat. I'm doing a video on her and everything about her, and she's due to have babies any day now. And
it was supposed to be today.
Well, today's her first due date, so she'll either have it tonight or she'll have it when the barometric pressure changes, which is normally when they have it. And since we're getting ready to have 4 days of rain, it'll be in there sometime. So,
I did not know that was a thing.
And that is for milk, for cheeses, and also for meat, because it's meat production. So I'll have lamb, I'll have goat meat, lamb meat.
Goat jerky is really good.
I have quail that I've added, and I'll be adding more quail. So those are for eggs and meat. And we have rabbits. Kira actually caught 13 baby rabbits. 11 baby rabbits yesterday.
Yes.
So we've got a bunch that kind of got loose, and so we'll be catching those and putting those in the freezer for meat. So we have the quail, we have the rabbits, we have sheep, we have goats, and ducks. So I already have ducks, but we're going to expand. In fact, everything that we're bringing in I already have. We're just increasing the herd a little bit. My end goal with ducks is to have a couple of females and a male, let them lay and hatch out eggs in the spring, and then those go to the freezer, and then the rest is just whatever. So I may get a pair of pigs that I will raise through the winter time. They do really well here in the winter. It gets really hot and dry in the summer, and they don't do as well. So I'm thinking maybe in the winter. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. We're gonna work on setting up a pen and setting up for it, and then if I can find one, then I'll get them. But that's basically, and it is, and then also a huge garden. I'm growing all the things. I'm just gonna grow everything, and then we'll see what does well. We'll see what doesn't, and we'll, I'm gonna do some canning. I'm gonna do some preserving, but I'm really just wanting to save a bunch of seeds. Practice growing things here. This is a different, it's a new environment to grow in. And I think I'm planning on doing more of a carnivore diet in the wintertime and a keto in the summer when things are growing. Just basically eating what I'm growing is what I'm moving into, because anytime I eat anything outside of my house, my joints hurt and I have lupus flare-ups. So we are bringing those in. So we are going to be working on fencing. We're going to be working on, obviously, this garden. Kira really does not like to garden, so I'm really hoping to, and the main reason is because you don't like bugs, right? Like the bugs.
I don't like bugs.
You.
Like, I love digging in dirt. I love, I just like digging in dirt.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And grounding and walking around barefoot and such. What are we looking at?
A hawk.
We have a hawk?
Yeah, right at the end post.
Sitting on the post?
Yeah.
Is it a hawk or an owl?
I don't know.
Oh, I see it moving. We have like 4 owls that have shown up because of the. I see it walking sideways. That bugger's like, he's gonna get a rabbit. I wonder if I can show them.
Make it an ugly one.
I can't tell what that is. Let's see if I can get it. It really blends in.
Yeah, it almost blends in with the tree.
So it's right there. It is a hawk.
It's checking you out.
Stretching its wings. What are you looking for, birdie? A little rabbit that you can eat? Okay.
You need to use your special animal powers and tell them to steal one of the ugly ducks.
No, those ugly ducks are going into the freezer.
But ugly ducks don't normally taste good. They're all oily.
Yeah. So that's I think basically it. Was there anything that you can think of that you wanted to?
I'll disappear for a week, so don't panic. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you're doing a little bit of traveling while you're here.
Yeah.
This becomes base camp, and you're gonna go.
Yeah, because my sister, out of all 5 of my siblings, and the 5th one is finally graduating.
I don't know if we're crooked or not. It does look like we're.
If we're all crooked,
we might be crooked and it's totally fine. Everybody lean.
Yeah, so, but, I'll be gone for next month at the end of the week, at the end of the month. And
so
I'm going to a convention.
Going to a Comic-Con convention. You're doing that with Kelly from over at Deer Haven Off Grid.
Yeah.
She's going with you because I can't go because I have PTSD. I can't do those kinds of things. So, and she is all into that too. And so you guys are going to have a lot of fun. So you're doing that. That's the first week of June. And, so it's a little different though, because now we have Starlink here.
Yeah.
So you can watch a lot of things that we weren't able to do. And having the Blue Eddy and the electricity inside, like that all makes such a huge difference.
Yeah. That'll be nice because when she's like reading and it's like, I want to watch my show, but there's no signal.
I read a lot.
I don't have to lay on the bed crying with my arm up in the air.
Yeah, that was terrible. That was terrible. So definitely having, now were you here when the outhouse was here? I mean, you came back and visited for a little bit.
I did. I came back last year for a visit because there was a special thing going on.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
I forgot. Yeah, but the outhouse was already made. But I was helping put up the curtain and stuff. That's about as far as I got.
Okay. Yeah. So we have that, and we have actually a new toilet that I bought, and I haven't put it on a video or anything, but I'll show you guys when. So we're no longer in a bucket. So that's really nice.
Yeah, it sounds creepy.
It does. You can hear it sounds like you're missing the toilet when you pee.
Yes. And it looks creepy. It's like, I looked at it, I was like, oh, I know where the toilet monster comes from now. He comes right out of here because you travel with him.
So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff that we're doing. We're doing a lot of clearing. Things, I know it seems like I move really slow, but unfortunately they're going to move slower because I have to be mindful of my lupus and my body and flare-ups and any and all of those things. But we have a lot of lofty goals for this summer, which is really why you came back because you and I get along so well and we work so well. It's a lot of fun.
And I was getting fat.
But I did too this summer, so it's last summer.
I don't really have anything to do at my dad's house. I was like, you want some help with anything? He goes, no, I got it. I was like, okay.
And I'll tell you something that Kira and I have always wanted to do, like a little bit of a business together.
Yeah.
Where basically I start a business and she works for me. To help her financially and that kind of stuff. And so we are really moving into, because I'm doing more studying on the chemicals in our soaps and our shampoos and all of that stuff. And a long bucket list dream that I've always wanted to do for many, many years since I got my very first goats was make goat's milk soap. And so we are going to start doing that this year. My one goat Sissy is off being bred. So when she comes back and is pregnant and has babies, that'll be like 5 months. And then I've got Delilah, who is going to have babies any minute, and then she will be producing milk. So I'm trying to fill up all my milk needs, but any extra milk that I have, we're going to be making soaps with. And
ice cream.
I have some ice cream, and I have some tallow. I have goat's tallow that I've actually been using on my face because it's really healthy for your face. It has a lot of vitamin D. It has a lot of
I just
sunscreen.
realized I'm barbecuing myself right now.
Sunscreen issues. It helps with a lot of stuff. So I'm actually, and you can't smell goat. So we're going to be doing some tallows, some that kind of stuff. We're going to do a whole line because I need it. And so I'm going to be making extra, and we're going to be selling it. And I think this is going to be the business that we really do and that we really get on and focus on. Yeah. And so we will be offering that up. I'm going to be putting together a website, and we've got that. Once we hit 10,000 subscribers, we'll be able to have a LinkedIn shirt thing. I'm going to try to figure out the shirts.
And the website will have a Curious Corner because I'm doing resining. And
she made Justin and Chloe little
dog tags,
and they're so cute. And Victor's, my son's dog, Biscuit, she has one too. And they're really fun.
They're
fun.
super fun. I enjoy making them. I like the precision what I have to do with all the little letter cuttings, and so much fun. Although I'm learning bookmarks need to be skinnier.
Bookmarks need to be skinny. Yeah, you can't have a big fat bookmark in your book.
Oh, also, before I forget, for the new people who are wondering why I'm probably rocking back and forth, is I'm autistic, so I will not hold
And there's
still.
a lot of people that knew you that watched the channels because they were autistic or they had autistic people and they desperately miss you. So I know they're really glad that you're back. I get lots of questions of when is Kira coming back? When is Kira coming back? You're such a good inspiration to show that even though you have this thing that this issue, you work through it and you do the best that you can. You try really hard.
Yeah, when I was at my dad's, I learned that I had these issues, but I had strengths that my issues could counter. Like my cousin, she is autistic like me, but her strength was brains. My strength was bronze, art, crafting, OCD stuff.
Yeah.
So
it makes it a little bit harder in the videos that I speed up because then she's like, and then we laugh, we giggle about it.
Yeah, I'm hoping that one day she'll probably get one of those ones where it has like us running around, and then I'll have the music going. Because those are always fun to watch.
Those are funny to watch. They are funny. So I'm hoping that caught you guys up, and now you know who Kira is, and welcoming her back. If you have any other questions, put them in the comments. I'm kind of thinking every couple of months maybe we'll do a Q&A, and this time I just asked our members if they had questions, and so that's where we got our questions from. This was kind of a last minute thing because we hadn't finished the kitchen, so the video for the kitchen was not done.
We kind of got a little tired after burning, and I dug a hole for a gate. You know, I was like, I'm so sorry.
We were exhausted. You know, it takes a lot to go from being kind of a little bit more stagnant in the wintertime into in the sun, outside, doing outside work, and back into that physical labor of stuff.
I spent a whole year being stagnant. Every time me and Dad went out for a walk, we did like 15 we did 15 kilometers, and we get back and it's like, I'm just gonna lay here. I'm gonna die. Go and tell my story. I fought hard.
So that's what catches you up to where we're at. And we're going to cut this video so it's not super duper long, even though I hear that people like super long videos. And maybe we'll make a little bit longer videos from here on out. Who knows? That's the new thing. It's the new thing that YouTube's. Let me know in the comments if you guys like longer videos or shorter videos. Because I do feel like I'm doing a lot of time lapse to get things down into a shorter, under 30-minute video. But, you know, if people don't mind, then I'll just not do that as much. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We will be getting back to the build. In fact, we have some plans for some stuff this week, and so hopefully next week's video will go out. And like I said, if you haven't been over to 'Cause We Can Farm to Table, all the other stuff that we're doing on the farm is going to be posted over there. And the things that I'm doing with my lupus and the dog training on the sheep, because now that we're getting baby sheep, the dogs will be working the sheep again. And the baby goats and the baby animals and the gardening and the cooking and all of those things. So thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you later. Bye.
Build you later.